All right. And then number two, it was asking extend the previous exercise to count the number of duplicates in the elements in the array and display the number on the computer screen. So yeah, this one wasn't that bad as well. So it's pretty much the same stuff, how we started off with the input file, the float array, number of rows and columns. Then you have int k, l, and j with the counter. I'll go into why we have k and l in a second. And then we have the input we have the if statement to open the file and read it, then the if statement for the out to write it. And then this right here is the same as the first code, where it just scans the array from the input file. And yeah, and then so right here, this is where I'll just highlight it real quick. So this part right here is going to tell you like if there's a duplicate or not. So first you want to have a counter and a flag, and I'll explain why in a second. So first you're going to have the same for loops from before with the I equals 0. And actually I should change this to NR rows and NR columns. I'll do that in a second. But yeah, so the trick was you use four for loops. So this right here is gonna scan everything like in this one where with array I and j, and then you're gonna use a for loop with k and l. So it'll be array k and l. So pretty much you're gonna have an if statement saying that whatever this array is equal to that array, you're gonna have a counter. That's why we use the for loops. So it's like it's pretty much gonna cover the same exact things. They're pretty much the same thing. Yeah, they're pretty much the same thing. And then you're gonna have the if statement saying, oh, whenever they're equal to each other, have a counter. And then you're gonna have an if statement. If the counter is greater than 1, then have the flag equals 1. And then whenever that happens, you're just gonna print %f repeated from the array. And then the number of times it's repeated. And then if not, if the counter isn't 0, then you just leave it. If the counter isn't greater than 1, then it's going to be 0, and you leave it alone. Then you close the output file. And so yeah, let me just check one thing to make sure. Yeah, they didn't say for this one to create an output file. So I'm assuming you can just hit F10, and that's what they wanted. So I'll just do that, compile and run it. So yeah, so it shows right here 2 repeated number. So this part right here is giving like the exact position of where 2 was. So I'll just go to the input. So yeah, 0, 1. So yeah, right here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, and it was repeated 3 times. This is true. So right here, 1, 2, and then 3. And then for 2.0, yeah, same thing is because it's the same number. So 0, 2 is right here, and it was repeated 3 times. I'll just use a different number instead of 2. So 3.145, it says it was repeated 2 times, and the first one was located in 0, 3, and the second one is located in 2, 3. So right here. So yeah, that's pretty much how it works. You have the not two, you have the four for loops. The I and j were for the first array, the k and l were for the second array. Then whenever they're equal to each other, have the counter. And then if the counter was greater than 1, then have the flag equal 1. So the flag pretty much tells the code, hey, it's great. Hey, you have to pay attention here, and then do this because that's when the two things were equal to each other. So yeah, did that make sense?
Yeah, I would not have thought to use four for loops.